Now for us, we'll need also to to set up the Jenkins. Now that we are able to access it from the browser, so for you to set up the admin password, you need to copy the initial password, which is accessible in this location. But also this password can also be accessible. You can also view it from the logs. So for me, I'll just use this. Let me see. So here is the password, but also you can just access it also from this location. Let me just use this location. Be aware also you cannot reach this location without logging in without the root permission. So you need to log in as root first, then you can access this location. So let's catch this location. Give us the password. So here's the password. You see it's the same. It's the same also the one in the logs. So now I'll just copy the password, enter it here. Issue continue. Save. So also, so when you're installing and customizing your Jenkins, it's recommended that you use the suggested plugins, because those are the plugins that most people use when running their CI/CD pipelines. So unless you have you already know the plugins you're going to use, it's just recommended to install the suggested plugins. Just install the recommended plugins. Now you just start issuing your username, password, email address. Let me issue mine. Just use Mav password. Issue your password. Confirm your password. Okay, my full name. My email address. Yeah. Save. Continue. You can see this URL is where the Jenkins UI will be accessible. So you can see, start using the Jenkins. Okay, so basically we have already managed to install our Jenkins. We have also supplied it with the credentials. Now you can do whatever you want. So for me, when I install my Jenkins, the first thing I like to install is a plugin called BlueOcean, which gives you a nice interface when you're running your pipeline. It gives you an interface, a very nice interface. So you can be able to troubleshoot your pipeline very easily. You can view the logs very easily. It gives you a structure, a design to show you the tests they need, where it failed. You can easily manage your pipeline, BlueOcean. So just go ahead, install it. And available plugins. Search BlueOcean. The aggregator one, that's the one I installed. Download it, install after restart. Wow, it's already finished. Is it finished? Still installing. Success. Now we can restart Jenkins after installation. Let's see if we can log in. which you created when installing Jenkins. Voila, that's it. For this configuration, I'll be using this Jenkins server as my master node. Okay, so I'll also create another, I'll launch another instance where I'll be using a slave node for my Jenkins master. This will be my master. So you can set up an agent. No, first let me configure first my node. Let me go back, manage nodes. So for this one, we want to ensure that no job runs on this master node. So we'll have to configure this master Jenkins master. In the settings, the number of executors, you put it to 0. Then you save. Nice. So now, after creating our Jenkins master, we need to create our Jenkins slave node. Let's go ahead and create another server. We'll repeat the same process. It's just the same process. Creating the key pair, also security group for the slave node. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me start by creating the key pair. I'll create a key pair. Let's give it a name. Let's call it build server. Okay, create the key pair. The same process, so I'll do it faster. Just go ahead. Okay, I'll move from down. Let's see. Download. I'll move the build. Move it to a secure location. Okay, let's go ahead. Also need to change the permission. I forgot to change the permission, so go to the location. CS mode 600 build. Now we're good. Can just see if the permissions are right. Take note that you cannot when you try to log in using the key pair on your instance, when it has read permission, you cannot, because it will give you a warning. It will tell you to change the permission. This is a security measure so that no one can write your key pair. This is a security measure. I don't know much about it. Okay, so the next thing is to create the security group. Let's go ahead and create the security group. So for us, we'll use traffic to give it another layer of security. We'll use this Jenkins Master security group as an inbound traffic to the. Let me first create it first. Okay, let's give it a name, build server sg description. Jenkins allow traffic from Jenkins Master. So we'll give it a rule. So for us, we'll SSH, which is port 22. We'll allow traffic from custom source. It will be the Jenkins Master. So this is the security measures where only traffic from the Jenkins Master will be allowed into our build servers. Okay, so let's give it a tag. It's always good to give a tag. So let's call it build server sg. Okay, so After that, you can go ahead and launch an instance, a build instance. Let's call it build server. Come on now, server. Let's for now for this. Let's let's use Amazon Linux for this. Ensure that you're in the free tier so that it doesn't cost you money. For the keeper, use the build server security group. You need to change it to use the build server. And the advanced option, for us also to use this as a new, we need to execute some scripts. Let me just execute it. You need to install some packages like Java. I already have a script. You can view it in my GitHub. So I'll just go ahead and copy paste from my GitHub. So basically, you can see here it installed the development tools. It also installed the Java. So let's go ahead. Also, we'll be using this build server to deploy an application on Elastic Beanstalk. So I forgot to mention that we'll also use the Jenkins slave to. So for us to deploy on the Elastic Beanstalk, we need to install the EBS CLI, Elastic Beanstalk CLI. So basically, this does all the configuration for us, so that on startup we already have the EBS CLI. So go ahead and paste this. So take note also, you don't need to issue the sudo because it executes as the root user. Okay, let's go now and launch. I think we're ready. Launch. Let's wait for it to. Oh, it's running already. So let's just log in to I forgot. Let me just go ahead and for me to access it, I need to access the SSH. So I need to change the security permission to allow my IP to SSH to that. I need to check if the ABS CLI has been installed properly. So I'll just check here. Add a rule SSH my IP. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and copy this IP. I need to SSH. All the bills our account. C2 user. Okay, let me check if I install it. Oh no, I didn't. Don't know why. There's some. There might be some error. Okay, let me just manually install the packages. This is required. Okay, let's install this. Next thing is to install this. So let me check. Now we'll go ahead and add the build server to our master. We'll go add a new node. Let's give it a name. Let's call it build server. Let's say one, in case you might need to add more. For you to access the build server, you need to create a credential. So manage Jenkins. Let me create a credential for my build server. Add credentials. So we'll be using the SSH and the private key. So let's call it build server. Okay, the username for each C2 user, enter the directory. So we'll copy from the location, look at the build server PAM file contains the credential. Just copy the key, copy, and paste it. Then you can save. Okay, now we go ahead and add a node. Go ahead and add a node. Let's call it build server 1, in case you might need to add another one. Description, let's call it beanstalk. Let's give it 4 executors. Directory, this is the location where our pipeline jobs will be stored. You can store it anywhere, but I'll just store it in the home directory. This label is very crucial when you are executing a job. Maybe you want a pipeline to use a specific node, so make sure you remember this. I just call it beanstalk. Use this node because I'll just be using this one also. Launch agents will be using SSH. Supply the IP address and copy. For another security measure you can put in place, you can run this in a private using the private IP address. Maybe go check the IP of the build server. So let me copy the private IP. The credential, we already supplied it. No, because we won't be supplying any. We won't. This is when when you SSH, it asks you want to confirm, so you issue yes or no. So can't do it manually. Keep these agents order as possible. When you save, okay, you can go and check. You can let's check if it's. You can check the logs. See how successful. So you can go ahead Now we did it. Another tutorial, another day.